Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mysterious Quest. This is a Terraria mod pack, which I have put together, and it will be or is, a Calamity-based mod pack, which has quite a few other mods going on. It will be fun. We have some hunger related mods. So I think it's satiety in agriculture, which it adds a few plants which we can, well, get planted into the ground, many foods that we will have to collect and manage. And recently they made a change where I'm pretty sure, I don't know if there's a fridge, but if there is, you probably have to use it because the food rots now. So I can't just store up loads of food. I have to collect enough food that I can eat it before it goes bad. So that'll be interesting. We also have the ability to cook in the cooking pot. Normally, you would just kind of use it as a crafting station, so you would stand by it and you just have the ingredients and you would cook with it, but now it requires fuel, so that is cool. Also, I have a few building mods, so we have Chad's, I think it's Chad's Fernie Reborn is what they called it. So if you've used Chad's furniture before, that's what this is, but it does have a few more additions, so that'll be cool. I also have... Did I just eat that raw? No, I didn't. Okay. We also have the person who made Squintley's furniture. They also have like a terracotta pot mod. I have both of them, the one for the larger pots and the smaller pots. So it's also fun. And what else? Terra Architect. So we have a lot going on. And furniture, food, and fun. So seriously, we have a lot going on. We also have a load of bosses. I mean, Terraria already has quite a few bosses, but there's a lot because of Calamity. And we also have Uzma, which, let me tell you, that is a pretty cool boss fight. I have fought it before, and I love it. It's super fun. It is just an epic boss fight that I'm so happy that I decided to install that mod, because I played the boss fight once and I was like, oh yeah, yup, this is, anytime I play Calamity I'm gonna add that. It does make the armor, like the end game armor, I think, basically there's like, I think 2 or 3 bosses that you kind of can fight any of them at the same point in the game, like whatever you want to fight, you can fight any of them, but ultimately you need to fight all of them to make the end game armor, which I know I'm getting ahead of myself, and there is plenty to go through between now and then, but my goal is to fight King Slime at this point, because, oh, this is turning out very poorly. We are in expert mode. There are many modes at this point. We've got, well, there's normal mode, expert mode, there's technically master mode, but I think the modes that Calamity adds, you don't use master mode because it's balanced a particular way. And we have Revengeance, Death, and Infernium. We will be not doing that one because well, it's kind of crazy, and my skill level is not there. So I'm gonna fight things in expert mode, get my skills to increase. But I don't plan to use a whole lot of potions necessarily. Yes, I'll be using healing potions. Yes, I will use things like, what is it? The potions that give you light, like Night Owl and those things, because that will make things easier for you, or spelunking, which that'll make, finding ores a bit easier. So I do plan to do those sorts of things. Just things that make life easier, but not necessarily boss fights less difficult, is I guess one way to put it. Like, I don't necessarily want the difficulty of the bosses to be less. Sure, I might use ammo reservation potions for the fact that I don't then have to think about making tons more arrows. This is going to go poorly. I should have just went underground to mine. Anyway, goals. I do want to kind of take this at a slower pace of like enjoy the moment, and like if I want to build, go build something and don't be so concerned about progress. But I kind of want to kill a boss right now, so, or at least progress towards killing a boss. So soon, what I will need for the King Slime fight is, might have to clear out an area just to make things a little easier. Like, doesn't have to be like flat, but I do want an area with less going on and a way to kind of double back on myself. So I may still need a second platform just so I can kind of like jump up on the platform and either run underneath or try and grapple above the slime, because what you'll notice is that the King Slime will release loads of slimes, including spiky slimes, which shoot stuff at you in a short range. But nonetheless, all the knockback is really rough and can very quickly get you killed. And I'll definitely need more arrows. I know that piercing arrows would be really good, because that'll help with getting rid of all the extras. And I mean, I don't think I'll grab better armor. This is kind of, a lot of what I have is what is given to me by kind of like, get like these backpacks or bags from 2 different mods, and they give you roughly similar stuff. I mean, this set is from, oh jeez, this set is from, I can't remember the name of the mod. I think it might be like Tea House or something. But, and then this is a Calamity one. But I feel like this gives me enough buffs that I can kind of work with that. And I don't necessarily have to get like epic weapons right now. I can kind of stick with this and I'll be fine for the King Slime fight. Or I'm seriously underestimating the magnitude of the opponent and underestimating just how much skill I have to gain and have kind of lost over the time of just not playing Terraria. Also, you can kind of see my movement speed is much slower. My hunger is actually surpassed max, so I have 119 out of 93. So even if I was at max, which is like 100, if I was past that, I would be stuffed and it says don't eat anymore. I don't think there are any other negative effects, but I know one of the negative effects that I do get is the stuffed buff, which basically just makes everything slower. I don't know if it decreases my damage necessarily, but I know for a fact that it makes me go slower. So it does in fact encourage you to try and be optimally full. That's okay. Still trying to learn the whole building thing even in here. I built this. I like how this turned out. I know it's little, but I'd rather build something little and nice than something grand and be frustrated. This I also built. It definitely needs to be like colored, and I need to do something with the roof. I think I need to still like paint it something. I don't like that it's just totally gray. But it's the house that's built that has multiple rooms that look like they sort of have a function. It's like a little patio thing. Again, learning. Trying to make the things that I know that I have to use anyway, like I needed a field of sunflowers for oil, taking... Oops, I just broke that. Much sad. Anyway, sidetracked. What I really need to do is get gold or platinum, whichever the world has. This way I can make gold or platinum bars for a crown. That does also mean I'm gonna need rubies. I found sapphires and topaz, but I've yet to find rubies, which it might be easier to go to the snow biome for that. And what else? I will also need slime, but it's quite easy to get. I just kill slimes, and there are many of them during the day. Fried egg. I'll also have to use a cooking pot. Fortunate thing about these is they are somewhat rare, but they're prominent enough that they give me a nice boost. And it's really helpful early on because it's just really hard to get food early on. Or at least I find it difficult to not constantly die of starvation early on in this game. Maybe optimally difficult is a little better of a phrase. It's, it's difficult, but I can't say I'm like... It's probably better for planning. People who plan better than me would have an easier time. Also, super cool thing, I found this track, and then just a little bit after that I found this track that went into the desert by a house, and the house had a magic conch. Normally I search through the majority of a desert biome, the underground desert, and I don't find one of these until way later in the game, because I'll be trying to make like the shell phone, which will not be soon done, but there's a lot of accessories that need to be gotten for that. But it is so useful because I can go to this ocean, which is the sulfuric ocean, and then I can use it again, and I can be on the opposite ocean. Meaning I've reduced the amount of distance that I need to travel by, what, a quarter, I think? Because if I start at the middle, start at the middle of the world and I can go 1/4 one direction, 1/4 of the world in another direction. No, I half the distance either side. I have the distance that I need to travel either direction from spawn. So I just have the distance that I need to travel from the center. I do that twice, but it's still half. Anyway, not the point. Point is, we can be at either ocean very quickly. Though something I'm not sure if I would say concerns me, but okay, maybe it does concern me a little bit. I have yet to see seaweed, which is something from this mod that is very useful. It is kind of one of the more important things to grow. There are things like fruit trees, which are very useful, but I know one of the ways, there's a few ways to get lots of food, but one of the ways is growing lots of wheat so you can make lots of different fruit breads. That's usually a pretty easy source of food. Another one is fishing. Fishing is a great way to get lots of food. But I think we're gonna go home. Really need more chests. Actually, I think why do I have 16 chests? That is so many. I need a storage room. Well, maybe it's time for me to make a storage room first. You will see me collecting bugs as I go along, because I have there's another mod that basically makes things easier. I think it might be Louis AFK. Where's the words? Red bait. For summoning Red Nautilus from Inferno. Yes, Louis AFK Reborn. So I can take, at this point I have a reinforced fishing pole, but if I get 25 bait of, in this case, 20% or above, which you'll see something has a bait power that says 25, and if I get 25 of these, it's basically unlimited. I don't have to worry about bait. I don't have to make a farm or anything. I have enough bait. And I very much like that, because I can't say that I really like fishing for bait or making a farm for bait. I just kind of want to go fish, which, fishing is time consuming, relaxing, rewarding. You can get some really nice stuff and ores and whatnot if you're getting lots of crates, but I don't feel like getting lots of bait. I'd rather get the 25 pieces of bait and take the lesser lesser fishing power? I don't know. I think you get a little bit less fishing power, but I don't have to go grab a whole bunch of bait. Again, a great way to get lots of bait early on is probably just getting a few jungle seeds and bits of mud and making like a 3 tall, or I guess, no, yeah, 3 tall, because you'll have to be able to use your pick to destroy all the bushes, and you can't use actuators at that point if it's really early on. And then just kind of make a few long platforms. So that way there's plenty of space for the bushes, but I don't think these have much. Yeah, they're 17 bait power, so they're not super high. But we have this butterfly, not that one. Anywho, I should get started on some type of storage because we need it. Also, I'll need to maybe start farming a few things. And I need a house so that I can get food. Okay, so we'll see if we get to King Slime today. I really want to. Like, I really, really, really want to. At least then we get, like, progress. But I do also need to get some of these things in order because something like storage is really important, because if I'm gonna be going to explore or getting more food or getting more ore or getting loot from bosses, I need a place to put that stuff. We do have magic storage, so as we get towards that, it'll be easier, but early on, we're just gonna need to use chests. But now that I've said that, that does mean that I don't have to make like a large warehouse. I can just make something that's small. This is the original house that actually spawned in, or at least sort of. It was actually fully these wood planks. They're not called oak, they're just wood. But all the other different types of wood in this game have like a name, like mahogany, or shade wood, or ebony wood, or palm, boreal, pearl, maybe it's pearlescent. Maybe it's pearlescent wood. There's even more of that now, more than that now, because of mods. Oh, there's also dynasty wood, that's another vanilla one. Anywho, getting sidetracked. I'm gonna quickly check something, and then we'll figure out something super simple to make that I don't know, maybe it'll look like that, maybe it'll look like that, maybe it'll look like some other thing. Oh wait, yeah, we're gonna, oh my goodness, I have so much knockback. I'm sorry, pig, but you give me lots of money and I need money for not the trader, the dude who gives money and stuff. Nope. Yep. Oh. Is he gonna respawn with full health? He respawns with full health! Anyway, he drops money and oh, merchant! That's the name. Merchant. I need money for the merchant because he will sell some stuff. I know he sells a gardening hoe, so I can till the ground and put water in a hole near it, kind of like you would in Minecraft, and it'll hydrate it, and then I can plant things. I can plant seeds. I am wondering if somebody maybe sells seaweed, because I did not spot any at that ocean. I didn't see any in the desert. I mean, sometimes I see it near the desert because if water falls into the desert, it would spawn by sand, basically. So basically all you really needed to do was put some water by sand and you could get seaweed that would just naturally spawn because that's how it would go in normal Terraria. Oh, we have bacon. We'll probably have to eat some of this soon. Sorry, I'm just trying to do math for some of this. We're getting a lot of ladybugs, but I can't say we have a lot of use for them. You have luck potions. Lesser luck and greater. Golden ladybug if I have gold dust. By Louis AFK. Well, that's very useful because there's this, and I very rarely see golden ladybugs, but if we get 50 and then 2 of those, we get ladybug powers, and that is useful for scroll of lucks and peace. That's the other thing, is that we can get infinite buffs, which is super nice. So when we do want buffs, we can like turn on and off like battle potions and those sorts of things. But I'll show you the runaway mechanic. And they spaz out because hammer block. Anyway, I will go check some things out and I will be right back. Do I do a basement? Storage room? I don't know why I didn't collide with that slime. That's another thing I haven't quite fully figured out, is why sometimes I don't collide with mobs. Like, you just saw, like, I ran straight through that slime. That wouldn't normally happen. Normally I would just run into it and I would experience, like, knockback and damage. But see, I don't necessarily want to just make a basement storage, but I know realistically I don't necessarily need a whole lot of space. I do kind of want to make things different buildings and push myself to, you know, build a little more instead of just progress, even though I don't know, I don't want to also dawdle too much between the different bosses because there are a lot to defeat. Decisions. Could just make a temporary storage. So I put this in line with this. Then I have bamboo. Yes, I do. And after doing that, actually I'll do this. Do that. I want it to look full, and do we want it to look like a crawl space? Nah. I think we will just make these into walls. And just fill it in. Maybe adding a few brick walls. What else? So can't go. Oh no! Something I had in my inventory. went rancid. I think it might have been the bacon. Oh, that's so sad. That's a really good food. It's really high quality food that just went rancid. That? I'm okay with that. Then we just stick a few chests down. No, that's a lot. I guess technically you would just only add a few and then put some cobwebs in there, which I could still do, but I need storage. We have fruit, but that fruit won't last long. But I could make them into seeds. Oh, and I don't need anything to make them into seeds. Let's do that now. I want to get a few seeds for the different fruits, which I didn't think about when I put them in a chest somewhere. Maybe I ate them. This can be used for fertilizer, but I need bones for that. Okay, I think I've gotten things mostly organized at this point. This has seeds at this point, but I do think I'll probably change this to be like fishing. This is refined blocks, sort of, plus the walls. These are ground blocks, so unrefined blocks, or terrain blocks. This is the materials chest, which will eventually change. And then I have the fishing supplies separated down here. This was going to be furniture materials and decor, but that's currently in this chest with... Oh, forgot to remove that. Currently, this is sort of the currency slash decor, which I'm now seeing more things that are not decor. And tools. I did a very poor job. Vanity items. Yeah, apparently I did a very poor job organizing this. Banners. That'll be kind of a tool item. It's a vanity item. This is a lore item, which I never know where to put those in. I mean, I could quite literally make a whole chest of it. Oh wait, look, a pinky. Those are rare and very good. They make much money. Did. Let's get it. Kill the pinky. This has a lot of knockback. Death to the pinky. Okay, yeah, 4 gold, 36 silver, 58 copper. And then we got tons of pink gel. Blech. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't. Good. Blech. Good. What? Yeah. Sneak attack. Let's see. Money collector, 15 gold. Do I have that? That will make it easier so that... No, I do not have 15 gold. But if I had 15 gold, that would make it easier to collect money. Like, it would go into a piggy bank every single time it enters my coins slot. It would just immediately go into the piggy bank, so I never have to worry about losing money. And it's super nice because it means I end up with loads of money to spend on materials that I don't feel like getting at that very moment. Okay. What else? I want to put vanity items maybe in there. Materials. There. Wood items. Here. There are a lot of stink bugs. At least a second ago there were. There are only 10. Whatchamahoots. 10. Fishing power. That is the word I was trying to think of. I'm just gonna eat that. But now I have improved damage reduction per level, which that is because of the other food mod that I have. I think it's Cooking Delight. So basically there are foods that I can cook in the cooking pot, and eating different like seafood or vegetables, fruits. Actually, I think fruits and vegetables might be kind of in the same category. Oh wow, I'm really slow. That is painful. Anyway. Well, now that we have storage, even though it's not separated storage, I think it's about time for us to go into the mine to try and find gold. Really cook this egg first. Or sorry, eat the egg first when I'm hungry. Oh, I totally neglected to mention that when we are full hunger, our mining speed is faster. So that's the other thing, is if we don't keep up with our hunger, I think our mining speed goes down, which also means our weapon speed goes down. I don't know how this will affect us during boss fights. I haven't tested this for boss fights, so that's gonna be interesting for the really intense ones. At first, I thought it wasn't gonna be much of an issue because there wasn't like food decay. Is this new? No, that's the old one. Okay. There wasn't any like food decay. Not fast enough for this. Okay. I knew that was a trap, but I wanted to tempt fate and dodge it, even though I'm over full and knew that it was going to be difficult to dodge. More difficult to dodge, not terribly difficult to dodge. Yeah, I don't know what's with my increased immunity frames. I still don't know if it's like a different mod thing or a Calamity thing, because I also know Calamity adds this like really miniature dash, which you don't normally have in Terraria, but you have like this itty bitty dash. It's cool. I like it. Oh nice, we found gold already. Nice. We do not have vein miner because I wanted to enjoy the tactile feeling of mining. That does not mean I do not enjoy myself some vein. I do very much enjoy vein miner. Okay, so... Well, I mean, I'm just gonna be mining here, and I 100% need to let my voice relax a little more than I did last episode of Blazecraft because... Oh, I'm out of ammo. I didn't make arrows. I'm also gonna need silver for tungsten, but we have silver, it looks like. I'm going to need that for the magic storage because, well, I need iron too. Iron, I need sapphire, I need a lot of things. Diamonds, emeralds, that's why I'm not like gunning for the storage system right now, because I know that I need access to quite a few things before I can even consider having that storage system. Basically, I need like a storage heart and then those storage units which take chests and iron and components. And what else? If I want to use the there's a crafting upgrade, and if I want to use the crafting thing, then if I want to use the crafting version of the interface, then okay, there's the storage heart. Or no, yeah, this is the storage. No, wait, I think I need emeralds, sapphires, and diamonds, because one is for the crafting interface, the other is for the storage interface, and the emeralds are for the storage heart. So the storage heart basically functions as like you are capable of storing things. The storage interface, which I think is sapphire, is the one where you can physically like put things in and grab things out. Then the crafting interface is like, okay, we have access to all of the connected storage. This is what you can craft, and you like plug crafting stations into it. So, and then the storage components you need, I think the first version you just need chests and silver, I want to say. But as you get through upgrades, I think, you know, if you're using Demonite, which I think we have Crimtane in this world, but you might still actually use Amethyst. So I think either Demonite or Crimtane, I use Amethyst as like a tier 1 for a storage component, which I can plug into the storage cells as a like storage boost. So I don't just have to make storage cells, I can make the storage components. I don't have to make the I will look up all the terms eventually and you will see what I mean. Oh, found a life crystal. This is great. Ding. Now we have 20 more health. This is this is a very long track, I have to say. So I'm totally out of arrows. So this is very dangerous. But I could be even more dangerous. Make some sticky bombs and get into there where the crimson hearts are and almost blow myself up. And get some materials. Also, Crimtane is a great texturing block. Does this? Yes, it does. It does work. Ooh! Ruthless Undertaker. That's gonna be some sweet damage. I was gonna say nice damage, and then I decided to say sweet damage. Let's mine another one. Again, may not be the smartest of ideas, but I think it'll be pretty sweet. Some nice loots. I feel like I should boost the sounds for you. I don't know how loud these are for you guys, because the more I learn about sound stuffs, the more I understand why it is so, not finicky, but there's so much to it, and why it's easy to just have a whole bunch of trouble with... Oh, we got another one. This one has less knockback, but it has more damage. I'm thinking maybe for this run of the bosses, I think I really want to go for ranged. Not anything particular, like only bows or only guns. I'm just thinking ranged in general. Basically anything that's ranged damage is ranged. So anything that says ranged is fair game. So it might even be something that looks like a throwing weapon. Though most of the throwing weapons are... what's it called? Rogue? I'm kind of doing it as a loose thing. Like, I could probably change my opinion later and be like, you know what, I just really want to change this. I want to try this weapon that I've never gotten to try before. And I think I should go... oh, no? Do I have enough gold? What is that? Electronic component? Oh, for Terra Architect. Okay. Where? Gold bars. I need 4. Or 4 bars. Check here. It says I can craft this, but it says that's a vanilla thing. Man, has it really been that long? Gold bars. Where? Get the dagger. Oh, right, we're not rogue. Or at least the plan isn't to be rogue. But see, like this enchanted boomerang, this isn't rogue, this is melee. So, like, not all throwing weapons, but a lot of throwing weapons are rogue. We could make a lucky horseshoe if we had enough gold. How much gold can I make? 14, 7. I can make 7. That should be enough for a golden crown. Gold crown. I need 5, and I need 1 ruby, which we can run into if we find a ruby crawler. I don't know if this is true, but I have noticed with a lot of the ruby crawlers... Why do I mine so fast? Oh, because I have the satiate 3. Nice. Anywho, a lot of like these ruby crawlers, not that one, because the aquamarine one, that one's in the Peridot, and the Chalcedony are the ones that we've seen so far. Those ones are actually from Furniture, Food, and Fun, but there's Calamity ones for the vanilla gems. From what I've noticed, they tend to spawn near the gems that are within the area. Like, really commonly, I've seen the gem crawlers within the area are the same as the gem crawlers that are in the area are the same as the gems within the area. So it's happened enough that I find it suspicious. Like, maybe it's absolutely nothing, but I would say I've seen it enough that I'm like, maybe you would be a little hard-pressed to convince me that it's absolutely not the case, and that's a rose quartz one. Again, all of those are non-vanilla, but like, you know, there's amethyst right here. I would very much expect to see the amethyst one spawn near here, and it would not surprise me that maybe later I'm like, oh yeah, there's amethyst here. The amount of times that I've seen crawlers in the same area as the gems within the area. I've repeated myself. Let's just move on. I don't have to get a hook. I mean, I could also just upgrade my hook if I wanted to, but normally I would do that with emeralds, but I want emeralds for the storm system, so we save those. Look, an axolotl! That won't be the first time you see one. What the? That's funny. That's a... what's it called? It's a boulder trap, but that boulder trap, got another life crystal, woohoo! The boulder trap is on like a mound of clay, and it kind of vaguely makes it look like, not a sword shrine, say, but like sort of, makes it look important and like you want to step on it. I'll give you something like a reward, even though your reward would be death. Very much so. But, ooh, more gold. Not that we necessarily are looking for it, but I know gold later on will be helpful. Armor, tools. Actually, that would actually be nice if I could get some gold tools. So I think the next, like, huge upgrade would be Demonite. I know there are some tools that I can get from fishing, but I've yet to get enough worms to get like an infinite fishing rod. I could go to the jungle. That is an option. There's lots of wildlife, especially the type that will kill me. Nonetheless, wildlife to use for fish food. I quite like Terraria. I will say, they're my two favorite games, and they have, I don't know, they're similar in some ways and completely different in, oh, whoops. Well, I guess we're home a little early. Maybe we go try to traverse the Crimson and see if we can get all the way to the Boreal. What do people call it? The snow biome. I don't know. I'm like blanking at what people call that biome now. I 100% need more houses though, because I'm gonna need more ammo. And, oh goodness gracious, there are so many mobs already spawning. The only real way for me to get across is to like book it and not pay attention to any of the mobs. Genuinely, like, that is the way that you traverse this biome early on. Book it. Don't look back. Hope that you get to the other side. Oh, there's so many mushrooms though. I need all those mushrooms. And I kind of want some of the trees. Rambutan! I want the rambutan! Wanted the rambutan really bad. I like rambutan. it's... I don't know if anybody's had rambutan before, but it is a tropical fruit that looks really crazy and hairy and cool, and it kind of reminds me of like Velcro, like the hooks on Velcro. And you take the skin off. It's super easy to take off. You can kind of split it down the middle, and sorry, I'm trying to focus so I don't die. You split it down the middle, and on the inside is like this white flesh, and it very much tastes like a grape, but with a slightly different texture than a grape. And there's a seed in the middle, or a pit. No, a seed. It's more like a seed. It's a large seed with a skin, and I think you can technically like roast them in the oven and kind of eat them like, or maybe that was a different fruit. Definitely look that up before you go try it, and make sure it is absolutely safe, because I do not want to be responsible for anybody poisoning themselves because they did not look up the safety of rambutan seeds. Anyway, the point is, rambutan very much reminds me of grapes. Why are there so many of these slimes all at the same time? I'm totally not okay. Okay. So, now that we've planted all those trees, we also have blood oranges, which, yum, also love blood oranges. So happy that I know I'm like this in like every game, but whenever a game adds more plants, I'm like, yes, more fruit, more vegetables, more plants. But that is yes, just yes. Don't know what the blood fruit is. It does make me curious if that's like a real thing, and also like what does it look like. I doubt it looks like what it does here, but I'm also getting a lot of them, which might be useful. I don't think they're edible right now, so I don't think they will rot. At least I hope they don't rot. I'm also hoping that maybe I get some seeds. This is a very dangerous traversal of biomes. I'm trying to think what people call the cold biome, the snow biome. I know they don't call it the snow forest, but my brain is failing me. Why you do this to me? We're supposed to be friends, brain. What? There we go. A little bit safer. Don't see me! Man, this is a large biome. I very much need a way to kind of like teleport across here, because this is a trek to get across here. And it is a dangerous one with all these mobs. We're here! We're here. Safety? Sort of. Only sort of. Okay, so we found a heavy workbench, which I am grabbing. Do we eat the wild white mushrooms? Just plain? Yeah, I don't think so. I do want to make these into seeds if I can. Use them into normal fruit things. I cannot make them into seeds, so I shall simply eat them. That gives me +1 life regen. What about blood oranges? Can I make those into seeds? Yes, yes I can. I can make them anywhere. Very good. Very good. What else? Blood fruit. Stewed meat, which is also used in stuff. Oh, that, okay, never mind. Fish, spicy fish soup, which we need kelp, not seaweed, and goldfish. So I guess it's supposed to be spicy, because kelp and fish are not spicy. Pardon? Something is fighting stuff off. Does it show up on my map? No. Oh, there you are. Cloudy. Please don't die. Anywho. Gold. Nice. Builder potion. Respirator. I think that automatically places actuators on these blocks. Cement mixer, placement speed. I very much look forward to getting a builder architect setup. Increases block placement and tool range. Nice. Builder potions. Is this considered a house? Missing a table. You know what? Now that I think about it, this is way too close to the Crimson to be counted as a house. It's gonna consider it like corrupted and stuff. So I need to seriously quickly build a house somewhere over here, or multiple, so that I can just set up a pylon near my base and then set up a pylon over here, because I do not want to have to trek all the way across this all the time. It's just dangerous and not good for one's health. Also, NPCs don't like this biome. Well, some NPCs might. I also very much want more ammo. Is there anything else that I can get rid of? I think I'll put that in the trash for now. Some more stuff. Get rid of the oranges. This is, I love this biome. You know, I'm not a huge fan of snow biomes. Oh, but it's really nice here. It's funny. Can't say that I would want to live somewhere where it's this snowy all the time. But just being here, I'm like, oh, I'm happy to be here. Get boreal wood. Yay. Oops. Can I eat this? Yes, I can. About to rot. Ooh, that ain't good. That fix my issue? No, it does not. Not good, not good. Okay, let's get started on building a house, or multiple. And we are going to try and maybe kind of keep this a little small, because limitations in this case are good. I don't want to give myself too many options and overwhelm myself. Just keep it to the blocks that I have. Really readily. I don't know if that's big enough of a house. Basically, I would kind of want a dot here to make a fishing spot and then make a house on the opposite side. I may have to kind of bunk here Do these... Oh, these do cross. Nice. Didn't realize they did that. I also have these planks, which I could do this. Ew, but that does that then. Okay. Yeah, we definitely don't want him getting inside. He would be quite deadly. I could do this. And that. Then I mean, we'll have to put Doc there anyway. We're gonna put this here, just because it's taking up space. And I'm gonna need some doors. Shadow workbench, maybe? I know there's a lot of colors going on here. Again, I'm very used to... Not very used to. Last time I built, I had access to paint, and I know that will take a little bit of time before I get access to paint. This would be really useful if I had... What's it called? I don't remember what it's called. Have ammo. Might be able to kill it. Oh, nice. It's actually not that hard to kill. I was worried that it was hard to kill. Oh no! My food! It's rotten! So many things cycling out of my inventory. What can I do? What can I do? I actually want the cherries to be seeds. And I want this to be a seed, even though that is not the ideal thing for me to be doing right now. Ideally, I would have food to be eating. Jeez. Oh, I don't need the shurikens. I don't need this. Why do I have 2 boreal? Only 2? Man, I have way too much in my inventory. Nope. Think. I don't need the stink bugs. Walls? Walls. No. Yes. Okay, let's grab some shade wood. Going to do the normal thing that I normally do. Oh, I forgot that these are slightly different. That they don't quite... Instead of doing one beam that's kind of centered right here, they're actually kind of staggered, so you get a different pattern. Do I have stuff to make furnace? Man, I'm really lost here. That's the only thing with having so many mods, is that makes it this, just it makes me totally lost. So I have stone, I have torches. Here it is, found it. Okay. Because I want some stone bricks. Not that I'm not going to use stone slabs, because that would make sense using that here. But I want some stone bricks to line that up with this furnace. basically to give the impression that this is like a chimney. And then I can add platforms in the middle to make it like a shelf, and I can stick a pot on it. I don't think I can actually stick a pot on it though, because I don't have clay. So it'd be really nice if I had gotten a chest. And have a whole bunch of pots in my inventory. I could also make a few stone slabs to kind of... Oh wait. Let's make this way easier on you so you can actually see what I'm doing. Texture. This is awful. Not necessarily the build. It's more of the way that I'm going about this is just my inventory is full and I'm trying to build a house so I can get a pylon at some point. To be fair, I won't be getting a pylon like right now, so I don't necessarily have to do this now, but I really want a pylon, so I want to make sure I'm setting myself up later on to make it easier. It's a sidetrack, but I'm actually really enjoying this, even though I may not have been telling very many stories right now. Oriole, let's use this. And I want to... Oh no, I don't have any more boreal to make fences, but I can use shadewood fences. I want this to go all the way down and up there, which means I need more fences. That's a wall. Fence. And we do this, which is perfect. Then I grab this, put one of those there, one of those there. Can you even see it? See, I don't want to open that because then it's there. I think this might be fine. I don't love the ropiness that's going on. I mean, that is just the texture of it. Like, it looks like it has rope all tied around it. That is the intentional texture. I wish I used something else, but it's not the end of the world. I think I'm going to mine this up. I think I actually want this to be walls, not planks. Oh wait, look. Did I just... Oh jeez, I need my pick. Walls. Let's grab 2. Because I don't know how much I need. Okay. That's 1 row. What do we put in the center? I think boreal would maybe be the best choice. I think that's probably... Oh, but we have so many mobs out there. Unless we use shadewood. We have a lot of it. It isn't my normal choice. But I wonder if there's something else I could use to give that vertical, to add that kind of vertical space. Or, when I think about it, this should be brick, if we can see it. I want that to be brick, and then I want to use that stone I just had, that there, E. I do want to add another floor. Not entirely sure what I want to do about the second floor. Now that I'm thinking about it, I don't want this symmetrical. That's a mistake that I make all the time, where a lot of the builds I really like aren't actually symmetrical. Like, I'm always like, oh, it's so cool, they did fun shapes, and they did this and that, and, well, yeah, they did all that, but, like, they had to put effort into not making it so symmetrical. Not that I don't put effort into my builds, but like, it takes some intention to make something not symmetrical, and I have the tendency to just really heavily lean into symmetry. Symmetry is not a bad thing. Symmetry is helpful, but you can also, you know, overuse it. And when you feel like you're not getting the theme that you kind of want. Oh, I just realized that this is horizontal, not vertical. But it's not a bad thing, because I can do that. This. I still feel like I need to texture it or something. Like use something else. Good gracious. I don't know if this looks good or bad or hideous. I'm thinking it might look hideous. I think we might put a fireplace up there. I don't know. Can I make a fireplace? Keep pressing the wrong key. Fireplace. Is that something I make in the... Oh. That would be kind of crazy to use. Kind of makes me want to use it just because I have it on in my inventory. I do have lots of metal blocks because we just went to get ore. I might use the wolfram though, because that's something I haven't used much. What was I looking for? Fireplace. I might have to look that up in here. Fireplace. I need stone brick. I don't think I have stone brick in my inventory. Here's 10. That should bring it up. I want to put that there, and basically the stone that I have in my inventory, I'm going to like place that kind of sporadically, do the same thing. Going to try to make this house a little bit smaller though, if I can. This house is missing a chair. Okay. Pardon if you can hear my keyboard clacking. I did try to fix it, but unsuccessful. So, however, good news. My... Oh no. I am dying. What can I drop? There's so much stuff here that I don't want to come back and have to get. I panic. I think I'm just gonna die. No, I need the iron. I need the iron. Oh, and I dropped the gold. I need to go back. Oh, man. Well, stone. I could have used stone. Something that's also really nice is crimtane stone or crimstone. Let's see if I can. This one, crimstone brick. I really like it. Again, another thing that I would normally mix with. I would mix it with stone, but I would paint it. You can see a theme here. Normally I would paint many things because it's such a useful way of adding lots of texture. Which I know people say texture, 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 texture all the time, but you know, the textures are all really nice, but it's really, I know that's kind of like just the style generally that comes up a lot. The reason that I kind of favor that style is I really like it. I like how it looks, and so I try to learn how to build things that way because that's what I really like. That's what I want to learn how to build. I know regardless of how, even if I tried to my max capacity to build exactly the way somebody else builds, I know that the way I build is going to show through just because I do things imperfectly. So, can I really eat a vicious mushroom? Oh no, I can use it in a recipe somehow. This is food. Where's this? Here. Okay. Yeah, like we have 108 blood fruit, that's so much. This, I think, goes into potions. This is ore. I don't know why the chest went in there. I do need chests though. Oh, I have to traverse across again. Shade wood. We got a pit. One pit. We got a spice. A foul herb blossoming under the full or blood moon. Very helpful tooltips. Rose quartz. I'm just organizing at that point if you could not. And I just have snow so we can make snow brick. Probably cool. What else? I'm trying to think if there's anything I'm forgetting. I could bring plank wall, bricks, palm. I don't expect to need palm, but we'll bring it. Bamboo, cactus, glass. So much stuff to bring, but such as building when I do it. This is why I need a piggy bank. Or a money trough. Trough? Normally I would say trough, but I've heard it trough so many times that specifically when people are talking this specific item in the game, my brain's like, yeah, the money trough, but normally I would just say trough. Like a drinking trough, I would just say trough. The reason that's in my inventory is because I need more worms for fishing. Maybe we just stick that away here. Put away our silver coins while we have them. Vicious mushrooms, we'll put those away. And maybe we go on our way. The only issue is we don't have food, so I'm very much going to run out. and I don't have merchant. So I think that leaves me with making a house. I think I have to make a house not in the plains. Or sorry, not in the plains. Not in the snow biome. Which, it's very tempting for me to want to look up one of the builds that I tried this one time. It has a very similar style to this, though a lot of them are painted. Just because I love the style so much and I really want to like study all the components so I can build a little more like it. Like I said, I know that I haven't done it much here or even in the other worlds because they haven't lasted very long, but that is actually how I've been more recently building, is like trying to copy a build that I really, really, really love, so I stick with it and kind of try to break down all the major components in different ways, so when I look at a block palette I can think, okay, this is what I would place here, this is what I would place there. I have a feeling we're gonna use this Undertaker because I love it. It is so good. Don't you just love, this is for anybody who has played Terraria for maybe a bit. Don't you just love that banners can be placed on platforms now like this? Like you don't have to hammer them all down. I love it so much. And the lanterns do the same thing, and I love it. I'm so happy. So happy. Anywho. Ocean. Go away. Right, what was I doing? Oh, I will be with you in a second because I've got to go find a picture of what I want to do. Of course it's going to be like very crazy colors, and half of the blocks aren't going to be the blocks that were originally in it because of the fact that I do not have many of the blocks. I'm just going to eat this instead of produce seeds because I am not eating enough food. I do slightly wish I had a mod for making this easier. It would just kind of aid in the process of searching through that without needing to remove a bunch of stuff. Peach. Yum. I like peaches. Knife. Okay, so from what I can see, the floor is made of maybe either iridescent or sandstone with brick or slab and dungeon brick, and the wood portion is made of, sorry, not iridescent brick. I always mix up ebonstone brick. I don't know why, but my brain is always like, yeah, iridescent and ebonstone look totally close together, and they don't. Not at all. But my brain's like, yeah, they're totally the same. Totally not the same. Then the wood types they have, I think, are spooky, maybe mahogany, tiny bit of destiny, sorry, not destiny, dynasty wood, which that's also something I don't have. So we'll still vary horizontal and vertical. We will still end both sides with some type of brick. And it has kind of like a false foundation that you can see underneath. I don't necessarily have to do that. I will start slab there. Maybe we just go for brick. Those don't connect. Then we do some type of wood. I need to count how many blocks this is across. Brah. Good gracious. Leave me alone. Leave me to build in peace. This is no longer your home. This is my home for my NPCs. I will not go down without a fight. I am not the weakling you think I am. I will not back down. Not even death can hold me back. I merely respawn. Okay. Oh, can't grab the lens because too much stuff. This isn't going to plan. Okay, let's see how tall I need to make it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we'll just go all the way across to make things easy. This isn't the one build that I was gonna go for. Originally I wasn't planning to do this one, but I decided I'm gonna do this one. Oh wait. That might be good for... Yes, it is good bait. So maybe I should zoom out and collect some of those. Are there more? I don't see any. Actually, we should be 7 tall on this block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we did it the right height. Apparently, zombies can only jump 7 blocks high. Because if you try and do 7.5, they cannot do it. Cool. Fortunately, I have a grappling hook. Makes things quite a bit easier. Lens. But also place the lens. How cool. Just enjoying beautiful sounds. Not so much the death, but I think I do remember kind of replacing a lot of the Destiny wood, because the Dynasty wood, because I just wasn't a huge fan of... So I do technically have a texture pack on. Didn't mention that. Definitely should have. I have a Calamity texture pack on, which I really like, but there are a few things that are very different, like the mahogany wood, the stone, grass, the trees, or at least the normal oak trees, so you just get wood that just says wood. Yes, those are all different. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's different, like the chest and things. If I took off the texture pack, you would be like, oh, it's just different. But I really like this texture pack. I came to grab something, or drop something off. Maybe it was the mushrooms. Ah, tools. I wanted the living wood wand. Because I will need this. I will also need my hammer. I'll also need a crafting table. Or a workbench. I always get both of them mixed up, even though they're not the same. They're different games, but it's the crafting tool that is used. In Terraria, it is a workbench, and in Minecraft, it is a crafting table. Man, I am just chewing through my food. I don't have that much food, but just going through it. Can hardly build anything. Does make things a little more difficult and challenging. But that's just kind of the beginning of the game anyway. Okay, Boreal. They used Boreal for the corners. Or at least some of the corners. And where the door was, which maybe we use that. Then we're not putting anything against anything, so we could do this, and then could use shadewood, even though it's an odd color. Things are very rapidly turning into the way that I build Minecraft houses, but that's because I don't have paint. There's going to be a lot of funky colors going on because I've been learning to work with textures more. But that is not a bad thing. It's somewhere to start. And even though I have already built this house before, it is in fact going to look different than how I built it and how this looks, because I am not using many of the blocks that they used. Yeah, I could probably, like, once I get paint, I could probably mix shadewood, Boreal, living, and mahogany, because they're, and large bamboo. All of those could be mixed on this line if there aren't blocks up against it, because once you put blocks up against this, this turns into like almost looking like a picket fence. So it's not, this isn't so good for some of the other builds that I want to do where they have like a ceiling material and then a floor material. So it's not as good for those types of builds, but it's fine. Everything has its use and limitations. I will say one tip is, even though I'm not doing it super well, is be on top of planting trees and dispatching all of the wildlife when you get the chance. Just because in the beginning the food is kind of rough. Also, if you can get a fishing pond somewhere at each of your pylons, especially because you can't stockpile food like you used to be able to. In this mod, you could like stockpile food and it wasn't a big deal because it didn't rot, but now it rots. And so it's very important that you stockpile food. Or that you don't stockpile food, sorry. But you have food at the ready to be harvested. So, and food products that don't decay, like there are, I think the blood fruit doesn't decay, what else doesn't decay? The fat fruit doesn't decay. I think they're called fat fruit. But there's a few things that can be kept for an extended period of time. I think seaweed might be one of those also, where you can continue to harvest lots of it, but it won't decay, which is good because it sort of makes sense say the blood fruit is kind of like a spicy pepper. It could be that in essence it's dried, and things with really low moisture can last longer. Grain you would store in full seed form. Yes, you can store flour. It does go rancid, but just slower, and especially when it's like white flour that's been bleached. I mean, there's only so much that can go bad. It's pretty much, I mean, it's carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are technically sugar, and I've probably covered this already before, but yeah, it's like refined sugar. If you have it in high quantities, it preserves things because it makes I don't know how to describe it. It basically makes moisture less accessible to mold and different bacteria. Like, it's not going to totally prevent... I've already lost the acorns. It won't totally prevent mold, but it does kind of reduce the chance of it. And then carbohydrates are a complex... Sorry. Refined sugar is a simple carbohydrate, which just means your body is gonna digest it really fast, and so you're gonna have a really high boost of energy, use it up real fast. Complex carbohydrates, they're, to put it really simply and not complicate things, takes your body longer to digest because it's just, there's more tightly bound molecules. Again, really not great explanation, but I'm kind of... It takes your body more effort to digest it and separate things out. Basically, flour is another form of not refined sugar, but it doesn't have a lot else going on nutrient-wise. Much of the quote-unquote nutrients that you get is like added to it because they have to add it to it because people used to get sick from it. Like, eating just refined flour, people would get sick. More specifically, it was more of like a deficiency thing. I did a horrible job explaining this. I hope I cut this out. If not, I'm sorry. Apparently future me had other plans. Ate one piece of fruit. That's not going to tie me over. I'm starving. Might just have to accept that I'm about to disappear from lack of food. Yeah. To be fair, I did not expect for the food to be as difficult as it is. They changed a few things, and I wasn't expecting it. I need a workbench. Now they have a sawmill in this one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that. I might turn... I could turn it into a kitchen. It would feel weird because it would feel really dark, but maybe I'd change it and stick a window inside, even though it's like full-on brick, basically. They also are using ebon stone brick, and I don't have that. Though, now that I think about it, I might be able to make it. Because I have so many mods in here that sometimes they add things where I can transmute easily between Crimstone and Ebonstone. Ebonstone, Tinker's Workshop. I don't have that. I do not have that. Okay. Well. Do I just go for Crimstone? Anyway. Just embrace the crazy. Maybe. Maybe I just embrace the crazy. Why not? What am I gonna do? Make it ugly? Yup. Oh well. Oh, you know what I could have done? I could have used sandstone. Well, I guess we'll use both. I still need a crafting table. My forgetfulness. Hooray. Where is... What crafting table do I want to use? I really like the Boreal one. I like Boreal. Boreal is nice. I think I'm actually going to put this by this door. Again, what I tend to like to do is put this here or a dresser and kind of make it look like a place that you would drop off your keys or a place that you would put on your shoes. So, there's this polished sandstone wall, but I do want to try this. Actually, I need more of that. Slime. You don't do very much damage. Do 1 damage. I mean, that's enough to kill though. And it looks like they're using a Boreal door with some other door. Don't know what other door. Kinda looks like a dungeon door. Yeah, it kinda looks like a dungeon door. I could use palm. I haven't used any of the palm. I like the bamboo doors though. Those are pretty nice doors. I'm doing it. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Then brick, which I could do brimstone walls. I don't know how this will look. It's not bad. Like, I could have done worse. I think I might mix in red brick. Because it has a similar color. You know, it's kind of an odd choice, but I don't know. I kinda like it. This is going to be a very interesting build. I know I keep saying that, but my choices. They are indeed questionable. Oh. Can't pick any of this up. Oh boy. Not sure. Huh. Those two walls even connecting? Can't even tell if these walls are connected. Yes, they were connected. But it doesn't... It's hard to tell that they're connected. Okay. What else do I do? Looks like on the bottom half, we use this section. I mean, on the bottom half we do this. They use plank, but, or sorry, is it plank wall? It's this. Yeah, flanked wall. Or I said plank wall. This is planked wall. I'm hoping that when I hammer these, they will go back to normal. Okay, well, that's gonna have to change because I have to do this. Yeah. Okay. Then we have a mix of horizontal pieces, which I'm going to stick a few pieces of bamboo. Just leave me alone. Wouldn't have to worry about being dead. Maybe that. Yeah, sure. Then horizontal with this, and I don't want to use shade wood because if I use shade wood, it will give the weird horizontal bits. Oh, this is already oak. If we do that, and what other wood do we use? Boreal, because boreal is boreal. I just realized I replaced the normal planks. I want to replace the elm. There we go. Good, right? Okay. Oh no. I don't know. Man, I could replace it with large bamboo, but... I am thinking, what can I use for this area? This area, in the picture, they used dynasty walls, and I would describe them as kind of like... not daub? I guess they kind of look like walls that have been wallpapered. Just gonna look up wall and see if there's anything I kind of like. Cloud walls, that'll have too much texture. Could just go over snow brick. I mean, we have snow. I know it'll be a brick texture, but... but at least it'll be lighter. It won't be super wallpaper-y looking, but this is such a mix of blocks. It is crazy. I think I might just do stone there. We don't have anything there, that's fine. I have this, which I could do that. So it just is kind of separated. There's one bit sticking out. 1, 2, 34. It's like 4-ish blocks out. 2, 3. Trees in the way. I could have eaten acorns. Totally forgot about the fact that I have acorns. Some of these walls I know have like red brick, but from what I remember, I've tried painting them in this texture pack and they don't look the same. Like in vanilla, sorry, without this texture pack. They paint, when you paint them brown, they blend in really well to the point that I've seen people use them in kind of like wood type builds or mud type blocks as like a texture, and it just blends in super well. There is a little bit of line texture, but it blends in like really, really well. So, although noticeable, it's not like at a glance, you're not like, oh yeah, that's brick wall. You don't notice it that much. I think I should get started on the second floor. At least the outline of the second floor. This is going to be interesting because a lot of this is brick. And I haven't really decided what bricks I want to stick with. A lot of these are painted gray. We need something with high texture, which I think is going to be the crimstone blocks. We also want something with lower texture, which I think that'll just be large bricks. Sorry, slab. There's something else there that doesn't look very familiar. Kind of reminds me of daub, but... Sorry, not daub. It's... You take like sand and you make a stucco. I know there's stucco somewhere. Yeah, there's stucco. But you take silt and sand in a furnace. I remember that recipe being different, but maybe it wasn't. There's different colors. You use, I think, clay, sand, silt, slush. Maybe not slush. Maybe silt and slush are interchangeable, and it's the sand, stone, and clay that you use, but anywho. Crimstone brick. I could use sandstone, but that might be harder to come by. It's not hard to come by, but I likely have more access to stone. So maybe we mix crimstone and stone. Oh, time to make it. Crimstone and stone. Crimstone. Oh wait. I can't make slab. Oh, here's cob walls. I could have used that. I can't make slab. Sandstone it is then. No, wait. Yeah. I can use that. I know it's gonna be super out of place looking because of all the crazy colors, but... This rooted you, squirrel. I will likely have to skip some of this just because a lot of it is me thinking. I know there ain't a lot going on. I just realized that I don't even have the major like thing that we'd use for the roof. Oh, jeez. Well, we adapt. Maybe we just do a leaf roof. It looks like I miscounted somewhere. Oops. I will try my best to credit the person who made this build. I say try my best because there have been many times where, regardless of trying to like reverse search or whatever, like I still can't find the person who built the thing. And so, yeah, like I try to like take the image, reverse search it into Google so that I can find, usually it's something that I can find on like Reddit that usually happens to be where it is. But there's sometimes where you find stuff on Pinterest and it's like that's the only place it is, and it might not be, the one that you find may not be of the original person who built it, and it is a pain to find the original person who built things sometimes. Which is why when you make things and you plan on, posting it, it is a good idea to like label your stuff. That is not me being mad or bitter. That is simply like, it may be in your best interest to just kind of like label stuff. Make it easier for you to find things later. And people to find you. I may, in fact, just make it so these doors are not in line because I don't care. I just don't. Can't be bothered. That's fine. It'll just make it different, and that is okay. Because my plan was not to make an identical build, it was to take what I have and make something. I just need a house that will function as an NPC house. I mean, this is still a lot of effort to go through to build a house, more than I needed to, and I did it. Doing it. Don't have all the supplies, but we're getting there. I need something here that looks like a banister. I think I'm gonna have to use the bamboo. Wait, I'm not sure if I have any bamboo left. I might have to use cactus. So, I don't think we're getting to King Slime right now, because I have to worry about food. Maybe I edited out that goal. Because ain't no way we be getting there today. Oh, it does the same thing as the Shadewood glass pens. I'm gonna have to get through the zombie so I can get all of the stars. These will be helpful for Jester arrows because Jester arrows pierce. Which basically means they go through a mob or their armor, so they tend to do more damage. Let's see what I can do for these. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. That looks good. Okay. What else? Need a door. I need a door. We'll use a shadewood door. Why not? I need a fireplace. Can I make one of those here? I don't know if I can make that at a crafting table. I can make a brick furnace, or an old brick furnace. I always forget where I can make it. Fire place. I make it at a workbench with 10 bricks. Don't have 10 bricks. That is why I cannot make it. This was very poor places. Anywho. Hey. Some stone brick. Fireplace. Where? Here. Found it. It's one block from here. I think there's platforms there. There's a beam there, beams there. Which I don't think... out of bamboo. So I think I will have to use cactus wall. Can be in line with this and that. Okay. Okay. Did I mention that my builds end up kind of being crazy? I mean, the fact that I don't have paint kind of forces me into that space, but just kind of forces me to have some kind of crazy builds. I mean, I guess it doesn't force me. I could, you know, choose singular color palettes or embrace the craziness of all these colors. At this point, I'm kind of just embracing the craziness of all these colors. I do think I'm gonna do sandstone down here also. Normally it would be boreal, but I don't have boreal, so therefore we adapt and use different blocks. I definitely can't do the window the way that they did it. I also would need to figure out something with the top section. They're using something that is horizontal. It has a pattern technically because I think what they did is they used something like boreal and then they stuck platforms on top of it, actuated. Actually, they may not have actuated it, but it looks like they used platforms and then painted them around. So it kind of looks like there's a strip of wallpapered something or ornate, what would you call it? Like crown molding? We could alternate shade wood and palm. I mean, unless I just... I'm questioning whether I actually sub out the snow brick over there. I mean, it's pretty rustic looking. It's actually, funny enough, it's in the same color palette as the wallpaper that they used. Would red brick and cobble mix well? When I go to paint it, would they mix? I guess we're gonna see. good enough? Maybe? Again, I feel like I can't emphasize enough how different this is going to look once there are, well, until there's furniture, and it's actually complete, because I actually just have not completed the roof and don't have a painter moved in, so much needs to go on in here still. I do think I'll probably do I do the false foundation that they did? The more I go on, the more I'm questioning my decisions to copy this build. However, I will say, I decided to replace my headphones. Woo! So, I don't have them yet, but I will be getting them eventually. Also, we need to make a bed. Make a bed. Oh. Oh no. I forgot about this recipe change. So, I can't remember if the cobweb is actually supposed to be this expensive, like the cobweb to silk recipe. It could be that it is supposed to be that expensive. There's another way to get silk in this, and 2 twine and a loom. To get 2 twine, we need 5 cotton per twine. So I need 10 cotton for 1 silk. To get that, I will need cotton seeds. Actually, it's not even going to show up here. Items. Cotton. Seeds. If I put seeds, I have to get them from spiders. So I have to go down in the underground before I can get a bit. Sort of. Either way, I have to go in the underground. I either have to get lots of webs, or I have to grow cotton. So, if I want a bed, I have to go in the caves either way. Wasn't my plan, but definitely has to be something that I do now. For now, so not the most ideal, I'm going to simply make tables and chairs. So that way at least they can be used as NPC housing. Or at least some of them can. It's too small. Needs a light source. Light source, table and chair. Okay. The whole thing of this room being too small. Actually, these platforms, they can actually close off a room. So if I wanted this to actually equal one whole room, I would have to remove some of these platforms to basically make it technically one room. Why does it split up a room? I don't know why, but I mean, there's other things that are equal to a table and a chair, and it doesn't say that it's equal to a table and chair, so. The world will never know. You know, I haven't been story talkative, but I've just been really enjoying being able to do some stuff. Of course, I'm not quite finishing what I'm doing, but let's see. Do that is a light. And I think I just make a few more tables and chairs. think I am going to try and vary it up actually, because it's more likely that I'll use, you know, one palm chair and one palm table over making like 10 wooden tables and 10 wooden chairs and then being kind of stuck with them. But if I vary it up a little bit, it's more likely that I will use... Oh, nice, we got the dealer. Nice, now we can get ammo. Okay. Now that we have that, how many people can we fit? That's suitable, that's too small, this is suitable. So we can fit 3 NPCs in this house, which that's really nice. And yes, I actually went through more effort than I had to, because technically all I really had to do was make some of those like NPC jails, and I can't remember if I still have the mod, but I know there's a mod that I had at one point that would basically, regardless of the limitation of a house, it would count as a house. So basically it counted as being enough space and a light source and a chair and a table all at once. So regardless of what the room looked like, you could make it a house. I mean, I'm sure there's some type of limitation to it, but generally it was just kind of like, if you stuck it in a room, it would work. I think it still had to have walls, maybe. Okay. Musket balls. 7 copper each. Let's see how many I can get. Not that many with that much silver. Goldfish machine. 9 range damage. So less than what I have. Very fast speed with average speed. Extremely weak knockback as a material. 22% chance to not consume ammo. That's pretty good. I have nowhere near enough to buy that. Flintlock pistol. Mini shark. Half shark, half gun. Completely awesome. And illegal gun parts. We also have the fisherman. Oh wait, lightning bugs. Sorry, fireflies. We're a little bit closer to having enough bait to go fishing indefinitely. We've got 15. I really want to fight a boss. We might do that. I'm just organizing at this point, so you may be zoomed into the future. Okay, I did want to do a little bit more with the house first, because I can do stuff with the house. I want to see how the house would look if I put leaves on it for one of the little bits. We hammer this upward, and then there will actually be bricks across the top, and yeah. I can't go too far with this just because I also need to place walls behind a lot of this. And if I get too far ahead of myself, it's going to be a pain in the butt to do that. But at least I have an idea of where I'm leaving off. Some of these are not that bad because there's quite a bit of repetition, which is good for me and my terrible memory. Okay, now is the time. Now is our time to make our really fast trek across the Crimson so we can try and get some rubies. That is our goal. We need rubies. Actually, we need 1 ruby, because if we get 1 ruby, we can make a crown, make the slime crown. We make the slime crown, we can summon the Slime King, and we can maybe try to defeat him. Though I will need to purchase some bullets. So let's make a long trek there. We'll see if we make it. I don't have much in the way of health. I know sometimes, I'm not sure if I'll do it this round of playing. Sometimes I limit myself to like every boss. Maybe I get 2, gosh, every boss or so I get like 2 life crystals, just to make it a bit harder. So in a sense, no potions, no extra health until I've defeated a boss, and if I do, I only get 2 extra life crystals. And what else? Sometimes I'm a few armor tiers behind. Like, I'll try to avoid grabbing the absolute best armor, just because it's like, well, may not need it. Which now that I say that out loud, that does kind of make it sound like I should up the difficulty a bit, if that's how I'm approaching things. I guess part of me just doesn't necessarily feel like... Oh, convenient thing about Terraria. Stuff doesn't despawn unless I am like, unless I have physically exited out of the game, or there's a really high quantity of items. Like, you have to basically exceed the cap. Yeah, you have to exceed like the item cap. So you kinda have to, really try to make items despawn, or just exit out of the game. Now we have an NPC here. That's not enough to get us a pylon here, but that is not our goal right now. Our goal right now is ruby. I want a ruby. I know there's probably an NPC that actually will allow me to get a ruby, but yeah, Calamity adds a... I think it's Calamity that added this. I don't think this is vanilla. Is this Frozen Lungs? It makes your oxygen go down, or your air bubbles go down much faster. We're already on the opposite side of the snow biome. Interesting. It's usually not the case. Usually there's an entrance, but there wasn't. Oh, and of course the merchant spawned over there. He spawned so far away. Now I'm gonna have to, anytime I want anything, I'm gonna have to cross the Crimson. I mean, I can kind of force him to spawn near me, Now I have to go across the water. I mean, I didn't find a cave into... Look, there's a snowman in the background. It's not like I found the entrance to a cave, so I did have to return this way anyway, but... doesn't make this much less annoying. Actually doesn't bug me that much, funny enough. Like, I know I'm saying, oh, that's so annoying, but realistically, like, they've been so much worse. Oh, I can buy eggs. This is actually kind of huge, because that means I don't have to buy... I don't have to rely so much on growing food. Are all these cake slices, but I don't know if I can... I think they may just be decoration. I don't think I can actually eat them. Man, just looking at all these cupcakes and muffins and stuff makes me hungry. But that's actually really good. Now I can make... Let's grab a dozen eggs. Because, yes. Does mean I have to travel all the way here, but I can very easily just kick one of the NPCs out of their particular home. So I can basically be like, hey, I want the merchant to be here. He also is not a fan of the cold biome. Like, I could get those eggs for cheaper if he were in a more favorable biome with more favorable NPCs. Can't remember if he is a fan of the person who... Is she not in the beastie area? Why is she not here? Maybe because I didn't talk to her yet. Or she wasn't on my screen, maybe? I don't think I talked to her yet. That NPC who is part wolf? Fox? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Basically, some NPCs like her, some NPCs don't, and that's the whole happiness system where they like and dislike different NPCs, they like and dislike different biomes. They also love and hate different NPCs and biomes, so... But you want to kind of get an intersection of all those so they can be like their max happiness. So you can get, what's it called? I'm really blanking on what it's called. Their prices go down. You can get more, like, not sales, but they just, their stuff costs less. There are also accessories that do that later on, but this is like an early game way to do that, and the real benefit early game is getting pylons, because then I can just teleport around the world, basically. Which is super cool. I can fast travel as long as I'm near a pylon. It has to have 3 NPCs. I think the NPCs have to be happy. Maybe they don't have to be happy. Maybe it's just as long as there are 3 NPCs in proximity of the pylon. And I don't think you can use the pylons if there's a boss fight, a event, or a boss fight, event, or if it's corrupted. But I mean, Oh, or if it's in the wrong biome. Because pylons are actually biome specific. I am sorry if this is boring, but I would have expected there was a cave by now. But apparently there isn't. Normally there's like a cave at the top and you can go down it. Don't know why there isn't one. Maybe it like collides here, and if I were to go down this cave, it would turn into an ice cave. I hope you enjoy the background music because I feel like it's very nice. Maybe I should talk about more goals. Ooh, nice, we hit a cave. Nice. There's also more deaths. Ah, yes, it does look like that cave leads into this. So it's just kind of on the cusp of the biome. So it means we're kind of in a weird spot where we're in a normal cave, but look, a painting! Got our first painting. And Hermes boots. Yes. And I'm nearly starving. Because I mined up a whole bunch of stuff. And we are being attacked by scary mobs. Oh, this goes into one of those. No, thank you. It's not that they're scary per se, but there's usually a lot of those mobs that are decently strong, would eat me in a few nibbles. They are quite strong considering where we are. I mean, I have the Undertaker, but they still do damage. Oh no. Oh, nice. Still trying to find a way into here. Oh, we're gonna die soon. If I don't get an air hole. No! Oh, yeah. Now it's nighttime. Man, there really just isn't an entrance in here. Also, I feel like the snow biome is so small compared to what it normally is. Like this crimson, I feel like is just huge. And then the snow biome is like this itty bitty thing. Same for the desert. I feel like the desert's kind of small. This is a large world, but those biomes seem kind of small to me. This makes things quite difficult. Because I have not completed much of any goals that I have needed to, or intended to, but I am now learning that maybe what I am learning is that my goals are extremely unrealistic. That's all I could say. Okay, for me it is the next day I decided that I did not want this to be the last episode. Oh, zoologist, that is the name of the NPC that I couldn't remember. Anyway. I want to get as close to finished with this house as much as I can because I just want this to be as close to finished as possible. I know it's going to be crazy colors unless I have the painter, which I don't know require 8 other townspeople. So that's not happening. But I do want to get that sorted. I know that means I didn't really complete all the things that I wanted to, but I'm hoping at least get those fireflies, but it's... Oh, I used the wrong tool. There's no way I'm getting that, it's too high up. Get close to the ground. Thank you. Just a few at a time. Chip away at that. Anyway, not the point. Point is, I have a goal. Goal is, even though this is not painted, I want to get as close to finished with this as possible, which I can do. I can do this. This can be done. So, what do I need? I need crimstone brick and sandstone brick. Oh. I'm gonna need more of that. I think I'll also need this as my horizontal element. I need some type of leaf wall, which I think I can get leaf wall from the living room. Yes, I can get that. They're using stucco for a chimney. I'll probably just use gray brick. Very interesting. I'm sure this would look really nice as a... if I subbed out some of the more gray stuff. And that maybe for like cob wall to make it look like a desert house. It would be a nice combo of like red and sandy colors. Just replace some of the dark stuff, and then green because there's already cactus, so like may as well. And we need to go grab crimstone because we don't have that. This is going to be interesting. It also doesn't split in the middle the way it's supposed to. What else? I guess I could use a different leaf block. I could use... Don't we have another type of living wand? Yeah, we have different living wands. That's for living mahogany. Oh wait, we can do all this at a living loom. Oh, nice. Okay. What leaves do I want to go for? I think maybe mahogany. Now that I think about it, the way this is built, probably technically I should be doing this mahogany and that mahogany leaves. So my question is, yeah, it consumes rich mahogany, so I do have to go chop down some of those trees. But I want to get some of this already sorted. That way I'm not... Oh, do they have a wall there? Looks like I have a stone wall there. It looks like they did something like that to add like a little extra corner. Which I guess for me, it would make more sense to do this. I need some of those crimson bricks. I also need mahogany wood to change out some of those leaf blocks. So hopefully they don't collide with each other. Like, they separate and create a kind of division line. Also, I think if you put in multiple ingredients, you have to... Yeah, it counts as one bar. So... Yeah, if you want to cook things all at once, it comes out all at once. Ah, mahogany. I want to go get mahogany. Which I will make sure I have acorns in my... And we'll get bamboo, because bamboo is great. Oh jeez. Being surrounded. Wait, it's a sluggy. Oh no! Oh, I wanted to get the sluggy. Oh, I got a robot hat. That's a rare drop. Got some tattered cloth for goblins. What's this? Can this be made into pineapple crown bud? Can be placed on arable land. Yes, please. But this is what I was talking about, how we can make bread. Ooh, make chicken drumstick burger. Interesting. Cream bread, but we'd need cream, which means we need milk. Milk in a milk fermentation barrel, and we have to get milk snails from the Corruption of the Crimson. Yeah. Doesn't sound super great. Can also make toast bread, cheese, yogurt, many things. We can do many things with milk. But we need seaweed, and don't yet know how to get seaweed. I don't know if they changed it, if I have to like purchase it somewhere. Let's make the mahogany wand and the mahogany leaf wand. I want to replace, I don't know if this, yes, this does swap, and they do disconnect. Nice. Yeah, that's the one thing about the living stuff is I don't get any of the materials back. It just breaks, but just kind of the drawback of using the living leaf blocks is that you don't get the wood back. But at least, like, wood is a renewable resource here, so making some sticky bombs because I want to go grab a whole bunch of crimtane. This could be quite dangerous though. Could be, is going to be. Mobs are usually pretty deadly here. So the point of this is to just get some blocks for bricks. Oh, there's a slug there. I need that. I have to be super careful not to kill it. I need to use this to grab it. I don't think it damages me. It's actually quite flat over here. It actually surprises me. Usually there's so many pits down here that you're like falling into them. But this is a generally pretty flat area. It's kind of nice. Oh my goodness. I mean, at least I can kill them, but my goodness. I like the screen shake. I don't know what I did to add that. Oh, there's another one. I wonder if they decrease the rarity of those. Because I remember them being kind of hard to come by. Like, I would be walking back and forth so much just to get like one or two. This milk is so useful in making higher density foods. I don't mind farming a little bit of this because, yeah, look, there's another one right behind me. Oh, they do also damage you. And I'm totally gonna die. Yeah. I'm actually having a hard time seeing the difference between these full blocks and the half blocks. Oh no, wait. I'm just noticing. This is actually a full block. That is a half block. And there should be walls that go across here. And they actually make it across here-ish. There we go. I think that is about it for that. Now to add furniture and whatnot. I'm just realizing that there's some horizontal pieces that I never did. Oh, I can use cactus. I mean, you know, unify a few things. These were here and here. I think we will go with a cage lantern. Put that there. We have the chair and the crafting table. I could put a platform somewhere and then put something on it. Just sitting there. Yeah, that was decoration, but golden chandelier. I kind of want to use that somewhere. Use it in the bedroom if I can. No, I can't really. If I want these platforms here, which frankly I don't care for them. I just don't care for them that much. Though I think it would make more sense to put them above. Sorry, put it above the fireplace. Like that, maybe. And then we can put a painting there. We can put a shelf over here, which it'll be a palm shelf. We put it that? Nah, we put it lower. Maybe I put just some seashells. Because I do have those. I still don't remember the point of this water bucket. Maybe it was to make a fishing area. Oh, and I didn't get any webs. I didn't get webs for silk. Watch one of Whiff's videos and I was like, man, edited so well. And I'm like, nope, I can't. At this point in time, I do not edit that well, and I'm like, but that would be cool. Though I am kind of trying to get into the workflow of editing. That's kind of why I'm taking things slow and just working at such a snail pace because I'm just trying to learn like the super basic stuff. Actually, let's test something. I want to see if we get seeds at all. I doubt we will, because this is supposed to just kind of grab hay. I wasn't sure if maybe there's like a slight chance of grabbing seagrass seeds. Or sorry, seaweed seeds. I was wanting to decorate, but it's built. Oh no, wait, did I didn't do anything for that. Was there anything for that? Yeah, there isn't, but I feel like I want to put something there. That way it's a little more unified. Again, I know there's variation for a reason, but I don't... It feels a little too separated, too different. At least for maybe the crazy block palette that I have. Like, there's already so much difference going on because none of it's painted, that this will at least add some sameness. This looks absolutely nuts, I have to say. And not crazy in like a, oh, this looks so good. It looks quite hideous, considering the variety of block choices. I need a sign for there, because I want to put the build this is inspired by, or the person this is inspired by. Let me go for a second and see if I can find the person who made this. So, unfortunate thing, I can't really get whoever made this. I cannot find the person's name because it looks like they removed their post. So you'll like I'll try and pop it up on the screen to show you what the original build looks like, but the person's name is not on it. I looked it up and it was something that it was originally a Reddit post. Their username is just not there either. So I can see all the comments of the Reddit post, but I can't see the image is not there in the Reddit post, the person who posted it, their username, or if they commented, like they posted something with text and then the image, like none of that is there. It's just the people commenting of like, oh, this looks really good. This is real, like nothing. So I can't even give credit, so I'm just gonna put inspired by unknown. So, I mean, that kind of stinks that I can't give credit to the person who made it, whoever made it at whatever point. Very nice build. I know what I have made is kind of a monstrosity at this point because I don't have paint, but I'm glad you built what you built because it's so cool. And I'm glad for whatever amount of time that they shared it because, I mean, it certainly inspires me to build more and do things better. I know I haven't placed like any of the furniture, but I think maybe that's the end of this video. So this was episode 1 of season 1 of The Mysterious Quest. Thank you for watching. If you've made it to the end of the video, I hope you subscribe for more videos to get notifications when I upload. I hope to see you in the next episode, and all I can say is thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time. This was Blazer for Hire. I hope to see you next time. See ya. Bye.